Lol. Getting put in a chair with your eyes forced open. You are watching the streams. Hello, chat. Hello, Sal. Hello, hello, Cookie. You need to go eat Cookie right now. This is law. And yes, of course, I would play Dishonored. Hello. Keeps doing stream when lore's about to happen. I also wrote a boy. Yeah. It is a new bad habit of mine. It's like my alarm's going off in the middle of the stream. It's funny. Jay and Charms are gonna be like, this little shit said they were going to speed. Ooh, that's loud. Ah. Fuck, I forgot to change the audio! Which just consistently low the first time. Oof. Okay. That's better. Okay. Cookies. Ba, 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 ba.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you.
I don't know about that one. It's kind of,
The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this giant hands.
We need help with the rat plague.
everyone has really big hands, and they're also kind of ugly.
Oh, there! We're going up. Sealed. Ready. Running on the pipes. And
Except Dowd. Yes, except Dowd. Except Dowd and the Empress.
oh, at last.
Yeah, the water locks. They're great.
Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down. The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Okay.
Fair voyage, sir.
Yeah, it was alright.
Corvo,
It's been
she's
good traveling with you,
You should go
Corvo.
see the Empress.
Man has striped pants. Yeah.
You know what to do next time?
Yes, yes. The pressure was too low. All these new machines are touchy.
Just don't do anything crazy. Sokolov's changed everything again, and we don't know what the hydraulics can do now.
We've got him here today doing a portrait. If there's a time to try something, it's now.
Yes, let's change all the hydraulics in our lift the day of an important return of a dignitary.
Hello, sir.
A wonderful idea.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, hi, Emily.
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales?
Plenty.
Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy mouse.
Yeah. Good night, cookies. The VOD will always be here. Okay, fine.
Okay, here we go.
The Lord Spy Master is with her, but she said to show you right in.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come. Or maybe here.
Dadville.
Let's see about here. Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too.
Who?
Everyone seems scared because of the rat plague. I'm glad you're here.
I mean, it is kind of a valid reason to be scared. Like, it is pretty gnarly.
Later, will you show me that TV and chokehold like you promised? I won't tell Mother.
Emily, please, I can't stop showing you moves. I can't continue to I suck a love.
Lord Protector.
How's your cult?
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been.
Oh, you know,
They sent
just
him all
traveling.
around the Isles to beg for aid.
I wasn't begging.
A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment.
Okay, Sokolov, then let's get it distributed if you're so confident.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
I saw my
Did you
improvements
see
to the
any
water
monsters
lock.
while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them. But I think she only says it was scary.
I'm sure the Empress is eager to see you. Eh, Corvo?
Yeah. How are you,
It was a
Campbell?
fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
I'm
What
sure.
are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell.
I was
suppose
thirsty,
you can take
sorry.
him without the cider, though in truth he's always close to the stuff.
He's right there, Sokolov.
No foreigner can save us from the consequences of our corrupt society. No fancy elixirs either.
Okay, Campbell.
High Overseer.
I love these chairs.
I must ask you to hold your pose.
She'll see you at once.
Awesome.
Have you ever met my niece Callista? She's getting more beautiful every year.
One good point, but for the right reason.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Spy Master.
Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Is that a new necklace? Looks pricey.
Follow me, Captain. We should leave them alone.
Cigars tonight? Never doubt it.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought?
Nothing good. Right. Yeah, I mean, when it's not getting slaughtered by rats, it's pretty nice.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad.
Unfortunately, I couldn't
Breaking
comb all
point.
of Pandysia. Why? You just... Okay.
Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What?
Get behind me.
Emily, come here. Emily, get behind me!
What?
Look out! Another one! Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here...
We aren't...
No more! Not again! Mommy! No! Get away from her! Corvo!
No!
Mommy! Get away! Corvo!
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
What?
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
What?
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard.
Bruh.
Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo.
Uh-huh.
Take him.
You know, you really need to work on your acting, Spy Master. I just noticed how horrible his delivery is there. He's killed the Empress! How could you? Right. I did show up early.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
I didn't kill her.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
You forgot one very specific thing,
Yes,
Campbell.
unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
If you had any
There
sense,
was
you'd
nothing
kill me
personal.
right fucking now.
Even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time. And someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo.
Guards! Take him back to his cell.
You really should have killed me when you had the chance. Fuck.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
What? We all start with innocence, but the world leads us to guilt. A little like that. Better than. Carvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Prison's interrogation room. Take the explosives there and plant it in the outer door. Sewers. Your stash there.
Still crying about that dice game?
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
Okay.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Why would I still be there if you fucking
Social
abducted?
event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
You're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary
You're
wing
out.
is off.
Good for you. Cut some throats.
Unless
Burn this
accompanied
place
by
to
an
the
officer
ground.
of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Take a
Tell me
nap.
again what you'll do if Slackjaw and his Bottle Street boys jump you.
Blow off.
That guy needs to move.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Damn, someone wrote a whole paragraph here. Sokolov's elixir, huh?
Rats, plague, elixir.
Check the odds. Yeah, but I had to crack skulls. Lazy.
God, I hate jelly deals.
They don't want to work. They don't get their ration of elixir. That's
The military or the plague? Life is hard.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews.
Wait, a
unless
show of it
accompanied
and
by an
having-
officer of
yep.
the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Yeah. It's not worth it. I mean, they're kind of stupid. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know if I can contain myself when dealing with the interrogator, you know, but I could try.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted.
Report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo formerly reporter will be brought in for interrogation. This is of most importance. The Lord Regent High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves. While there was a hesitation and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, still getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
Can I take that? Like, that sounds pretty incriminating. Can I just take that with me? No? Okay. Fair enough. Clockwork explosive. Okay. Open the gate to the yard.
Ackworth, lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just do your rounds. A report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
Oh, I never noticed those huge whale oil tanks before. Pretty.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries
And
only.
everyone did? I really like the Empress.
Do you guys not see that guy taking a okay.
Let me know if you want to take my patrol.
You're such a chopper.
Damn, I've got really long arms. Two guards in there.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews.
Yeah?
Unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Hey, don't you owe me a drink?
Shut up.
That window's broken. Sir, I need you to move.
Huh? Help! Get around him! Rush him! Damn you!
Shit.
For the war! Guys! Take down his leg!
Sorry. Well, that was cinematic as fuck. Well, not completely a bloodless escape.
Use some kind of explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen by accident.
You think he had help?
No.
This means our plan worked. You broke through Coldridge. With our contacts is hidden weaponry somewhere deep in the sewer. Grab the gear and find Samuel, where those tunnels dump out in the river. Bring you to us, a friend who will meet you soon.
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
Good. If we're lucky, one of them will get Corvo.
You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
Why the plague is such a problem. Yep. Men die only had enough come to buy half the elixir we needed, and that's all gone, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. Breaking in houses all over the district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this. Oh yay, more whale meat. Delicious. No dumping allowed drain to the Renhaven River.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies into carts headed to the flooded district?
Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you?
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. The rats.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Death, you cannot kill the rat plague. Temporarily escaped state custody. Yup. Can't let the citizens know they've lost control of the situation. Bottle Street. Shoot its full load. Lord Protectors, you were known before this title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and the true Empress, loyalists who want to very much to meet you. Take these weapons craft for you of the finest materials in the Isles and meet with our man Samuel near where these tunnels split into Wrenhaven River. All haste and luck, we share a common purpose. Crossbow. Okay. Jelly, in case you're too daft to remember to look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, we'll come back for it next month. Lord Regent is a shriveled prick and a liar. Damn. vintage on the whiskey. Right, but that would require the labels to be readable. Combo whiskey. Or 5. Okay. Every little bit helps.
You won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard. Smells like a dead weeper in here.
Bruh.
Probably is. They come here to die sometimes in the dump.
Okay. That was too shameful that I'm actually auto-saving.
You won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Ah, I see, okay. They don't have a stealth drop assassination in this one,
Smells
right.
like a dead weeper in here.
Any chance you'll share your food with me tonight? You're such a choffer.
Yeah.
Stay alert, you worms. He's not getting out this way on my watch. Ha! You little bastard. Huh?
What happened? Someone help me out! Fall down already. Yeah! Bastard! Aha! For the watch!
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
How long was I fucking down there?
Corvo, over here. Quickly, I'm a friend.
You're Samuel, I take it.
I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. Well, they said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
All right. Okay, it did count as kills. I can replay it another time, but the chaos was still low. It was cinematic.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. I'll take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can. I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
So starting at last, we found our man. Even after 6 months in...
It wasn't just a week, it was 6 months.
Bridge prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire.
Corvo wouldn't break, they meant it.
Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
All right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Series New Peter prone to natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. Is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula. Sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose if you must know the truth. Public has spoken its usual usage of idiocy, sending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. It's remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. Studied it within the blood of those so afflicted and is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making a Piero's remedy ensure that it works on a higher function that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear, all custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
I'm not an assassin.
No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess. Perfect. Plug it in. Jet? Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see?
Whoa.
The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man,
Blood Red
so
Dreams, thank you for the
everyone in
follow.
the city knows
I'm being fucking raided. Help.
Terror to them. If you just hold still.
Hey, no.
There. Can you see
Hellman, thank you for the follow.
Center lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons,
Not
munitions.
much, just streaming a
Our
stealth
situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Hell yeah.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Morgo.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon.
Oh, thanks.
You should rest while you can.
It's awesome, awesome.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Short and sweet, but full of action. Hell yeah. Oh, right, we already read the second section. Piero's request denied. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of power crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals and King Sparrow feathers? Feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy, everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. This is my bar and what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city's in ruins, so no one's going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Dead counter responsibilities. Manual and New City Watch Procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance, starting in the month of rain. Interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, for a 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy. Of course, I've attempted to improve upon Sokolov's design. Of course. And why not? After all, it's likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all a part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. A few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Whale vivisection. Notice of a natural philosopher with whaling shape. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42-inch in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, stretching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth, and I found a row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Though this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Lovely. See, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. Bellow for some time as the men get on the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port and Dunwell, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the baddest parts while it's... Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral is paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. Okay, yeah, it's just a manual for this oil. Reeves lighting oil. Okay.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Necessary legal amnesty. Whale oil tax.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better word. I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
Mm-hmm. Bitterleaf crematorium and fluid works. Starch. Several genius, just like Sokolov. Yeah.
Is the man man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
Please follow me to your quarters.
Thank you. Wallace? Oh, my bad. Okay, so control lets me... Okay. Wish there was a walk button. It's a hand crossbow. I pointedly have yet to pick up an actual pistol.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Well, it's not the palace, but will do. Great start. Okay. Huh. Okay. Something is not right. Okay.
Hello, Corvo.
Hi?
Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void.
What?
I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will.
Huh?
Use this newfound power. My gift to you.
What?
Come find me.
What? You cannot save her. 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 Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother. I'm going to put this note in the bomb thrown into the river because I did not believe them. Louis, here's very strange note. Please come for me. Wait. Oh, spam. Right. Yeah. They were designed based off of stilts lamplighters would use. Oh.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo.
Mm-hmm.
Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Helps you.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Oh.
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Oh shit. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have made fun of Campbell's cult. Maybe he was on... Mystical fish artifact. For years now, I've lived away from the Abbey without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse. The nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I've taken my meals with killers. At times, I venture beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill mien. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among these criminals and heretics who were not fit to live, executing them justly, and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we've tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos off the Pandician coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years. We now believe he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning in hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while, he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop, he gestured and a noblewoman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled mother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dowd is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way towards him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. Mystical rat artifact. Personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the 4th day, month of the high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of someone is passionate, yeah. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expect. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that. It's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. But I know they do. They must. No. Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles. Yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. Think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday, the wrong person's going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words, no amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least, I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I've been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. This is DLC stuff also. A series of letters sent by members of the Bottle Street Gang. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young, before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't much a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks. No one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. Hard as it was on the streets, hungry as we all got, at least it was free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play, and decided on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin, plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in the body show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, and just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. Still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw buys, actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you attach to a long line off the side of a ship. About 4 feet, thick lengths, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window, just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the streets, Slackjaw spins and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot to stab him before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. Just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-Eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water, out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offered to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing that he could be like his boss. Showing what he could be like his boss. So, everything got quiet. Which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster's snitches, the reasonable citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first, it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir, spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell a discount. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while, there were so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty. Everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over and the watch started using all that new Sokolov tech. Watchtowers, tall boys, and the mark pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat board for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations. And that's what kept us alive so far.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Ah, yes, treatment. Treatment. Let's see here. White rats won't attack you. Okay, let me drink some water before I get to this last book. Oh god, okay, no. You know what? No, I can't. It's a lot of just expositing that I can't.
Space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder? I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Lovely. Hi, Wallace.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sakonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there. There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line. That's the worst anyone could say about them. I think it's come out in the brothers just a little bit. My Lord Trevor's pure as the Empress herself, I'm happy to say.
In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Drop my glass.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of Seeds has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
Extra from a series of overseer invocations.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
Oh, there they are.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear.
I'm not an assassin.
We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Shit. Okay.
Oh. Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession.
I'm not an assassin.
Before you became an assassin.
I'm not an assassin. I have a spooky mask and a sword and a crossbow, but I'm not an assassin. Walks like this, looks like this, and it's got a body count. I only have a body count of like 3. And that was because they blew themselves up fighting me next to a bomb. It's not my fault they decided to have a sword. Those 4 whalers. I don't know if those count. They kind of just disintegrated. And I was killing them as a bodyguard. You shot them. Okay, yeah, you know what? I won't deny that. I did shoot them. Nice boat.
When you want to set out. Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps saying Piero before venturing
yeah, it's probably a good
into
idea.
the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of an each and every night the black-eyed outsider visits among Piero's dreams. He is Piero Joplin. Even now he visualizes the next invention. Astonishing. I wish you could see it too. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go. Poor Piero. His elixirs have cured so much for so many, but they cannot cure his brain fevers. The youngest ever to pass through the Academy of Natural Sciences. Sokolov will never forgive him that. He has spied upon Callista as she bathes, more than once. Each and every night the black-eyed outsider visits upon.
New equipment. Oh, damn. Let's see here. Ba-ba-ba.
She is Callista Kurnow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. She and her uncle, the last of the Kurnow family. She dreams of freedom, and the decks of whaler ships fast after the beasts of the sea. But alas, she is a woman. Such sadness. She is Callista Kurnow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city.
Where's the Admiral?
Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together.
Welcome in.
He has killed whales and men for profit and in pleasure. He has the bloodlust. He tried to seize control of the military after the Empress. After she, the Empress, was murdered. Look at him. Admiral Havelock grows restless on land.
You like Turks? That feels like an odd question.
There was a younger brother, and an artist, sensitive, soft, taken at 9 by a fever.
Can't say I particularly dislike most people.
Admiral Havelock has seen more corpses than all the rest put together. They top off the line with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from cellars. She hides her hands. They are raw and scarred from the washing. The common woman, she fears the
Yeah, Turks are fine.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands, and of your heart.
Yeah.
They stood in a circle around the candles, and cut their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames.
Ready to go? Yeah. Just give the signal.
Go. Distillery district. Yeah, what the mod said.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp.
I'm not a big follower of football.
The City Watch is gang territory. There are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Samuel Beechworth went to sea to
Okay, bye, Tech.
love. He succeeded. The boatman has a good heart and respects you.
But easy, damn it.
one was moving.
The pain in his head drives him to do unspeakable
I
things.
expected it myself. Keep working.
Well, he ain't moving no more. Dead.
One, two, three. Good. Keep them coming.
Those names are not familiar to me. Sorry.
All these rats crawling all over everything.
They are burning wings.
Yeah.
Attention,
Taylor?
Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch. Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
Playing for the first time? No, I've played before, but this is the first time I've played it in a while. Festival plate number.
As Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest,
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Nasty furry filth.
What is it?
The last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Death in the Months of Song. From Old Sir Conan. Yeah.
They are burning whales.
Come on. We're up.
The doom of Pandysia has come to the city. The pain in his head drives him to do unspeakable things.
Good. Keep them coming.
Maybe wind or something.
Yeah, have a good nap, bud.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
Attention Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to
I told you the knives go on the left.
wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous
Send us food, not bullets.
Yes, I would. I told you that... Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Okay.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
Okay.
Granny, come out with me instead. Granny, you can't because you're dead.
We love insane old women.
Let us in, Granny.
Here the watch will be rounding people up
I
again.
bet she can't even...
She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing.
Are you a...
All the others.
Okay, well.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Sorry to hear that, Mrs. Rags.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you.
But it's... Thanks.
I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Okay.
I told you the knives go on. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack-jaw is the worst lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani?
Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first.
Okay.
Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days.
Did you get up here so
Now
fast?
run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious. But they're shy. You'll have to go or they won't go.
She's utterly insane. Okay. Oh. Loot. Nate, drop point has changed. Leave it in the shitter under the bridge. If the elixir ain't there, you don't get paid. Saw Slackjaw with your mother, yeah? I seen him with your father. Riff's Curio Shop. Oh fuck, I should have used the heart on her. Hold on, let me go back, I'll use the heart on her. Oh god. Eighth entry. In the 4th day of the month of rain, Morris is sick and so are the children. I've avoided thus far, which is good fortune since it has fallen on me to care for them. Ninth entry. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbors can't be trusted. Earlier, it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. The flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. Morris is gone. I don't know what I'll do. For now, all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was looking around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. At least his face is covered. Young Robert has passed. The star of my sky is gone. Elise stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She was such a strong, headstrong girl. I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. It's the 4th day of the month of wind. It settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. I have the fever now. No guards can come near anymore. Let me go use the heart on Granny real quick.
At the Academy, they cut the flesh of the dead and trap the lightning from the sky.
More metal. Or more Marley. Where did...
Get out.
Long ago, Granny Rags danced at court.
Shoo.
And begged.
Granny has work to do.
In her mind's eye, she is fancy trimmed in velvet, fresh and young, on her way to an evening of romance.
Phone charm.
Hey! Let me out! I owe you, brother. I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Robust 1. Sailor's Blessing. Carving itself is from a long back past far the sun, old man, salt greenhorn. Scrimshaw. Let's see. Nice little upgrades. Let's see, robust. Heck yeah. Okay. Let's head to Dr. Morley's. Boldest measures are the safest. Doubt.
Stupid goddamn.
Oh, what is this? Oh, King Sparrow feathers. Okay. You. Dr. Galvani's office. Safe. Yeah, I did spend a lot of time reading.
Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essences? Does that mean guts?
think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're unclean.
Unclean? That's nonsense. Can't we just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol or white vinegar.
All right. What is he doing? Rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. Ayer's new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, I hear tell he's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't.
Dice. Dice. Stupid goddamn numbers. Dice.
What will I do now?
I tried. Staying put up there. Restrict the restless hands, which quickly become the workmates of the outsider. Okay. Slack jaw. Or 2,000 coins. Dice. Sorted human remains, strong appetite, 1 bag of Tivium pears, bruised rotten rats, and 1 tin pot whale meat. No feeding aggression, increased incident of cannibalism. Incident with previous maid servant will hold feeding until first day, month of darkness. Ugh. God damn it.
Wait. Did you touch the door handle, Dr. Galvani?
Yes, I think so.
Oh.
All right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he's here his plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good.
I don't understand how royal physician or not, I hear Telly's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the
I can actually
endurance
see
for
the
it.
upgrade to my crossbow now. There's that little streak of red in it. Hey, no. Come on. There you go. Nice and cozy. Spring raid. Well, never hurts to be ready. Whoa. Red room. This case should arrive within a week containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting bossy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city. Poor bastards. Sorry you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionist should be celebrated, revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember, it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore, Procurement Clerk and Provisioner, Academy of Natural Philosophy, South Wing. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly insulated from the plague since so few come and go here. We've got quite the stock of Tibian brand. Secret room hidden behind the walls. Used to be he'd go out with a bag, a stick, and a nail on the end and catch as many rats as he could in a night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street brats to work with us. The younger ones who didn't make trouble. We'd pay them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different. Meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. You got cornered, they'd turn and the swarm would come back at you. Barely got away with my skin a few times, down in the sewers. Bites hurt afterwards, but it was the sound they made that stayed in your dreams at night. Got more dangerous. The city watch started paying better. But that didn't last long because after a while too many people had been stripped clean, trying to fill up a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. So I lost my poor Benji.
Obviously the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
The curse of plague collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands. In the rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. Rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. Blood of the rat tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague, as such a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town, in the slums, exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that's not obvious? I'll continue my research. If nothing else, I am living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Pierre's remedy are effective in protecting against the plague, if one consumes enough of the stuff. Money! Sewer capacity in the month of nets. Been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad during the month of nets. I don't hardly see my family. It's bad enough that the work's clogged with trash from catch, pieces of crates and nets, and the water smells of hagfish guts too. We got to get it done before the month of rain, or you know what. And it ain't like we get help from those pricks in civil engineering either. Been at this job for nigh on 28 years, and I ain't never seen one of them come below, except to measure will it hold when they go putting up on their fancy new bridges. So these last 3 years been the worst, and here's why. It's the river crusts. Moved into the works. We hear a man ahead yell and scream like he's burning up, and we all climb up fast. No other choice. Lovely viscera. 287. Okay. 2, 8, 7. Nice. All right.
Seen any more big rat swarms? I don't need shit from you.
Let's go do that job for Granny Rags, I guess.
Word is he's like a phantom, with an army of shadows in front of him.
That guy Dowd? Ain't he just a boss? Like Slackjaw?
No. This is one odd bird. Consorts with crazies, does rituals and the like, bone charms and such.
You sound afraid.
Damn right I am. Dowd ain't no ordinary man. Touched by the outsider he is, given dark powers. He could slit your throat across the room.
Well, that'd give him a leg up for sure.
It's no coincidence that most men won't even whisper his name.
Is it true that he lives in the bloody with them weepers and wild hounds?
That's what they say. Perfect place for a paid killer to hide.
You got lucky. When you're this handsome, you don't need luck.
Face like a hagfish.
Payout. But peace out.
Sir, when's Slackjaw coming down?
Not till the next batch of elixirs done. He'll want to check on things.
Dice.
So he goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other, where they train the Overseers to be real.
Dice.
Couple guys training.
Stuff you'd expect.
But it gets weird. Some kind of machinery. Got a woman laughing, just laughing and laughing. Then music, a kind of plinky, plonky sound. That one.
He wasn't drunk.
Says he still hears it at night. He never did find his brother.
Dice.
That's nice, then, brother. Never.
Well, give it.
Okay, go. The nobleman laid the scullery, so loudly they made quite a rhyme. The nobleman's wife took the butcher. Carved herself some
Oh, I get it. The wife done cut a boat.
That's the gist. Now it's your turn.
Oh, let me think. Okay. Yeah, I got one. Ready?
Listening.
The once was a sailor from Moreland who fancied a woman most sorely. He gave her his cash. She gave him a ration. And that's all. There isn't no more of them.
You win.
Well, I know a hundred of these old guys. My mummy used to tell them
Dice. Dice.
Elixir counts. Tubbard family. Ordos's Cramming family. Braden family. Golden Cat. Bitterleaf Almshouse. Griff Pet. Oh, Griff Pet was past due, so that's why. Attach an empty elixir vial to the spout before you turn the thing on. Turn the valve on. Collect the full vial. Repeat until empty. What was it? Turn the valve on, collect the full vial, repeat until empty. Okay, well, hold on. Let me just top myself off real quick. Now we just need to get out of here.
Dice.
Now we just get out of here.
Any fools settling over here?
Okay, well, I have to go grab that now. Shadow. Moved slightly faster while in stealth mode. Hell yeah. Ooh. That's nice. And was that it?
Shut up.
Recipe for Crackston. One part beach gum paste, 2 parts sugar water, 1 part Sokolov's elixir. Okay. Almost out. And that's just off to the High Overseers. You. Right, let's go get the rune from Granny. And then we'll head to the High Overseers and we'll stop outside.
Off you go. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Now I can stroll along the waterfront in peace. And don't think I've forgotten your little gift. Go on upstairs, dear one. That will never wash. Never, never, never.
Thanks, Granny. I'm also still fascinated, yeah. I'm also still fascinated by the fact that the bootleg elixir works.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
Thanks, Griff. You stay safe, bud.
Possible.
Oh shit, he saw that, right. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. That was a horrible noise.
Cold as a whaler's gaff hand. 50 years old at least. This guy fought for the Empress.
Forget his old ass. I can't even remember the Empress. We tagged it plain. Under Evering Street house.
Dice.
Come on. What's the take?
20. Plus 2 elixir.
Look like 25 to me.
Look here. It's 20. It's 5 each, counting Lou.
You want me to check your pockets?
Let it go, kid.
You think you can cheat me?
What a waste.
Strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set aside for the overseers. After your shift's over, take it to them for disposal, whatever they do with them. Don't forget. Okay. Get in the holder square, and then we'll stop for the time being. Or actually, let's save this guy.
Hello, Martin. I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you? Or the rats?
Jasper, isn't it? It's not so bad in here, except I miss your wife.
Huh. You don't scare easy, I'll give you that. That'll change.
It's me, Overseer Martin.
How the fuck do you know it's me?
What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do, and I can help. Unlock me, and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the void, I'll buy you 100 drinks. Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
Okay. We're here, so we're gonna stop here for now. But I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll be continuing next time. And if nothing else, I hope you all have a wonderful day.